Folks, what is the deadliest move in the history of Street Fighter? When I ask this question, a lot of people tell me it's Akuma's Raging Demon. Which, like, sure, it seems painful, it does a lot of damage, but is this really the most dangerous move? Like, what about Blanka Electricity? I mean, this guy, he straight up electrocutes you so bad you can see your skeleton. I think that's gotta be like 10,000 volts across the heart. That's gotta be instantly fatal. So I've created this highly scientific scale of whether or not I think I would die, or at least be critically injured, if I got hit by all these iconic moves from Street Fighter. And I think Blanka Electricity, that's gotta be number one. In my opinion, that's like the most deadly. But let's rate some other stuff. What about potentially the most iconic move in Street Fighter, which is the fireball? I mean, you would think a ball of fire hitting you, that's got to be pretty deadly, right? But I'm actually gonna blow your guys' mind here. This one's survivable. I'm putting this, I think this is one of the most survivable moves, and I'll explain why. This is according to the lore experts over at the Street Fighter wiki, but they say that the Hadouken is as warm as normal body temperature, contrary to the popular belief that it's a fireball. So we call it a fireball in parlance, but it's not literally made of fire. It's just made of energy. It's lukewarm, like old tea. Ryu's Hadouken is said to feel like a hard kick and the pain lingers, while Ken's is like a hard punch and brief in pain. So yeah, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to get hit by a Hadouken, but if I do, it's gonna hurt, but you know, I'm probably walking away from it at least. But what about the Shoryuken? Now this is a different story. I mean, like this one, it takes you off your feet. Look how high up in the air you go. That requires an immense amount of force. Sometimes Shoryuken can even hit multiple times, depending on the character. And those of you who remember the anime, the Street Fighter anime, you guys know that the Shoryuken is how Sagat got that big scar. I'm probably gonna have to grayscale this because the blood's gonna get me demonetized, but can you guys see that? Sagat is left with a massive scar up his entire body from the force of one Shoryuken. So yeah, I'm thinking like death is not necessarily certain if you get hit by the Shoryuken, but it definitely seems possible. And the fact that it like goes past your head, you know, there's head injury risk involved, your neck might get sliced open. Who's to say? I think this move is very, very dangerous. You do not want to get hit by it. And then just to complete the trifecta here, let's talk about the Tatsumaki, the hurricane kick, the third sort of Ryu and Ken trademark move here. My stream chat already gave me a lot of flack for this one because personally, I think I could survive the Tatsumaki. It might really, really hurt me. It might break bones. I might end up with broken ribs, but I don't think the Tatsumaki is going to be fatal. So first of all, it hits you in the chest. It hits you in the torso. It doesn't hit you in the head. So, you know, there's no like CTE or brain damage risk. So that's a nice part. And also, if we're talking about Ryu specifically, his hurricane kick knocks down after one hit. So, you know, I'll take the knockdown and I'll just eat the one hit. If it's Ken or Akuma where they're like spinning and I get hit by multiple hits, it might be a little rougher. But let's talk about Ryu as kind of the default here. I think I'm walking away from this one. But what do you say we flip the script a little bit here? Let's talk about a move that hits multiple times, which is, of course, the lightning legs. I gotta say, I think the lightning legs are not going to end well for you guys. First of all, I mean, we all know the size of Chun-Li's legs. In terms of sheer mass, there's a lot of force and power behind these. And the fact that you're just getting hit by so many of these, and a bunch of them are hitting you directly in the face, like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking it's probably less deadly than the Shoryuken, because it doesn't have that same, like, cutting power. But I think it's darn close. I'm gonna put it, you know, a little bit past the critical injure zone. I think actually we could probably move both of these guys over, just to make these a little bit more deadly. I think that's about where they belong. But what about the other iconic female character from Street Fighter 2, which is Cammy? So Cammy, you know, she's got some dangerous looking moves like the hooligan throw. She like throws you on your head. That's never a good time, but maybe her most iconic move here I want to talk about is the spiral arrow. And I think you're getting away from this one, okay? You might not literally walk away because it's hitting you on the ankles. She might literally break your ankles. But I think a lot of these moves that are more designed to like trip you and like knock you down and not necessarily to do massive damage to you, I think those are very survivable. I guess you can't see that behind my head. I'll put it like right here. But we've got another kick to talk about here, and that's the flash kick. The flash kick, especially if we talk about the EX flash kick, that's hitting multiple times. Like the size of this thing and like the amount of energy that it seemingly is creating, when he goes up in the air like that. And if you look at how far off the ground it takes you as well, it takes you like 10 feet off the ground, and then you're coming down. You might land on your head. I'm thinking that this one is not going to end well. This one is kind of like a trifecta of like, it's got cutting action, so you might bleed from this. It hits you in the head, so that's going to hurt. You might land on your head. I'm thinking this is probably about as bad as the Shoryuken, to be honest. Just the fact that you get sent like so high up in the air, and the blade action, it's like a gigantic blade cutting you. Yeah, that seems bad. And it's another one where, like, you guys can tell I'm very nervous about getting hit on the head. You know, I've seen what happens. So, yeah, I want to avoid that at all costs. So we talked about how the fireball from Ryu is not literal fire. But you know what character does have literal fire? It's Dhalsim, man. Not only the Yoga Fire, I think, would probably not be great because that sets you on fire. But the Yoga Flame, it's just your whole body getting engulfed in flame. What's possibly worse than that? You're gonna get 3rd, 4th degree burns. Is 4th degree burns a thing? Did I just make that up? Regardless, I'm thinking this one is pretty damn deadly. I think your only saving grace here is the fact that it's over with quickly. You know, you're not on fire for that long. It's only a few seconds, so maybe you'll just be burnt and you won't quite die. So I'll put it a little to the right of electricity, but I'm thinking this one's bad. But you know, I thought about it. And I think Blanca might not be the deadliest character. Blanca, the electricity really scares me, but I actually think the most deadly character in Street Fighter, if it were in real life, has got to be Zangief. I think other than the green hand, I mean, I don't even know what the green hand is. Is it actual fire? Is it like ki, like the Hadoken? Who knows? But ignore the green hand. Other than that, like literally every other move that Zangief can hit you with involves, you know, your entire weight being placed directly on your neck or your head. So I think that Zangief, you know, he flies you up in the air, you know, so high, and then lands. You see what happens to Ryu? Hold on. Look at Ryu's face. Look. You see the angle? I'm sorry. Ryu is powerful. He can walk away from this. I'm but a normal guy. I'm a dead man. I'm literally dead if I get hit by that. And I mean, we're not even talking about like ultras here. This video is just for special moves, but like, okay, breaking the back over the knee like Bane with Batman, and then another one on your neck. Yeah, I think Zangief, I'm gonna give him the award. I think Zangief is the deadliest Street Fighter character. I think that's the one that, you know, if we're going in the ring together, only one of you is walking out, and the other one's being taken away in a coffin. So yeah, I'm gonna give Zangief. I think Zangief is the spinning pile driver. That's instant death. That's like for sure the move that you least want to get hit by. That's the one. But I actually, when I was making this, I came up with one other one that I think might also be bad, and that's gonna be Ibuki Kubi Ori, as the move is known in Japanese, but you guys may know it as its other name, Neck Breaker. This is literally the move is called Neck Breaker. I don't know how good she is at like breaking the neck. Is this like a Spock Vulcan neck pinch situation? But regardless, I don't want to find out. I think that one might actually be deadly as well. So that's a tough one. So yeah, I guess that'll get my honorable mention for most deadly, because, you know, neck getting broken. But I think Zangief still probably takes the cake. Oh, and one more honorable mention. If we want to talk about the deadliest normal attacks, I mean, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Like Cody having the knife normals, that's gonna be tough. And then of course Vega having claw normals, that actually might be the most deadly, because they're gonna really be doing some serious damage if you get hit by the claw. But one kind of funny thing is that a lot of Vega's special moves are like not actually that dangerous looking. So okay, like the rolling crystal flash, he slashes you, and then like this one where he dives off the wall. Okay, those are bad. But like his normal wall dive, a lot of the time you don't even get hit by the claw, you get hit by like his other hand or his head. And then like so many of his special moves don't even use the claw at all, like his uppercut kick and stuff. So yeah, actually I think overall Vega is not super deadly, but until you like hit him a bunch and knock the claw off, then Vega's probably one of the less deadly characters. But as long as he has that claw, yeah, you definitely want to avoid Vega. And I guess like Makoto, while we're at it, does Makoto break your neck? Does she give you a chiropractic readjustment when she does her command throw? I don't know, but I definitely want to shout out Makoto, because I think she probably has the most painful looking move. I mean, guys, I do not I do not want to get hit by that. You're going to be bleeding internally. You're going to have torsion issues. Your bloodline ends with you, I think, if you get hit by the Seichus and Godanski. So definitely, I think that one might be the most painful and potentially deadly as well because of the head trauma and, you know, the launch height. That's going to be bad too. So maybe Makoto belongs on the list, but I just wanted to throw her in. We're only talking about special moves, not ultras. Otherwise, I think the list would end up too long. But I know there's probably about 1 million moves that you guys wish I included on the list, but I didn't because I didn't think of them or have time. So let me know down in the comments. Is there anything more deadly than the spinning pile driver? What do you guys think? I would love to hear your opinions. And if you enjoyed this kind of content and have other ideas for dumb little lists like this that I could make in the future, let me know. If you liked the video, hit like. And I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching till the end. And I'll end it there. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.